we're not serving Shanquella by reporting things that may not be true. Like if there's an arrest made, wonderful, but if not, then we need to keep the heat on. Oh my gosh. So bear with me. Look, if you need to tag somebody to this video, look, if you know somebody who is reporting some stuff that is different than what it is that I'm about to show you all here, please tag them, share the video so that we can get the most updated information together. All right? So that there's no misunderstanding. So here.
As Shanquella Robinson's family continues to search for answers in the death of their daughter, some are claiming a suspect has been arrested in the case. The 25-year-old Charlotte woman mysteriously died while on vacation with a group of friends in Mexico. They've issued an arrest warrant for one of the people on the trip, but some articles are saying that person has been arrested. Wake Up Charlotte's Megan Bragg verifying these claims.
You know what? I really, now it's freezing. Really. Oh my gosh. I don't know what is going on with YouTube. I don't know what's going on. This is so frustrating. This is so frustrating. This is why it's so important, right? This is why it's so important to make sure that you have ways outside of these platforms to be in touch with your content creator. This is why it's so important because it's like at any given time, they could just pull the plug whenever they choose. It's like, I am trying. I am trying. I am trying to report on this young lady's story because she deserves justice. And when they said the revolution would not be televised, it's because they know that they control the ways in which we are able to televise. I'm sorry, this is just it's so frustrating. It seems like we are getting back online on the broadcast. We were bumped off. You know, if there was ever a time for you to join the text notification squad, it is now. Please don't delay. I don't know what these platforms are doing to my platform, but if being in touch with my content matters to you, invest the $22 a year and just join the text notification squad. We had 2 broadcasts behind the scenes this afternoon without a hitch. If you were there on the broadcast that we did this afternoon, if you were part of the text notification squad, go ahead and throw up your 1010s because it's like I'm trying to do something important here. And YouTube, even Facebook, we were just pulled off air. And you all are saying it's good now, but ultimately, you know, how many of our favorite content creators have we seen just have their channels taken away, et cetera, et cetera? So we're not good because at any moment, I mean, this is the little hints right here. This is the little hints. We control your broadcast. If we say that you can't report this, if we don't like this, it's not going to be up. Please, please, please. So look, we're going to go back, but you know what? As a matter of fact, I'm going to type inside here www.tonyatko.com/TEXT. That is the link to the text notification squad. It's $1.99 a month plus fees, and it is important. It's important because especially if we're reporting on stuff that's real, I don't know how long they will allow us to do that. All right. Let us go forward, right? I just want you all, look, let me just make mention of this real quick. I have 1 million people on my Facebook page, but only 130 are getting the broadcast on Facebook. I have 200,000 on YouTube, 130 are getting the broadcast. So I just want to let you all know, look, when it's time for us to come together and really get messages out, we need to be able to do that. Join the text notification squad. That's my message to you. I say it over and over, but let's continue. Let's continue. All right.
As Shanquella Robinson's family continues to search for answers in the death of their daughter, some are claiming a suspect has been arrested in the case. The 25-year-old Charlotte woman mysteriously died while on vacation with a group of friends in Mexico. They've issued an arrest warrant for one of the people on the trip, but some articles are saying that person has been arrested. Wake Up Charlotte's Megan Bragg verifying these claims.
Yeah, and this is the article that has been circulating on social media. It claims that there has been an arrest in the Shanquella Robinson case, but we wanted to walk you through the article because there are some red flags here.
When someone reports and shares claims that are not verified, this is how misinformation spreads. First, the headline suggests Daejanae Jackson was arrested in the United States. As of now, Mexican authorities have not publicly even named a suspect. They have issued arrest warrants but haven't said who the warrants are for. Then the article goes on to say Jackson was arrested by Interpol agents. So what is Interpol? According to the U.S. Justice Department, Interpol is an international police organization which provides investigative support and secure communication between law enforcement authorities. However, the Justice Department says Interpol does not have its own law enforcement agents. The article also states the arrest was made on November 28th. However, it does not give a time. It doesn't reveal exactly where Jackson was supposedly arrested or where she was booked. In the United States, when someone is arrested, they are usually booked into a detention facility, and that information is generally public and available for reporters to refer to in their stories. We also spoke with Shanquella Robinson's father. He tells us he has not been made aware of an arrest yet. The FBI also tells us this is an active and ongoing investigation. So we want to remind you to double check what you see online and on social media. Of course, if and when an arrest is made and we can confirm it, we will send you an alert through our WCNC mobile app.
All right. So there we have it. So according to them, according to WCNC in Charlotte, there's no arrest that has been made, according to them, right? So let us continue to go forward. Let's take a look, because some of you are saying the North Carolina Beat was reporting that an arrest was made, but when I went to his page, that is not what I saw. We'll go to his page, and if there is any, I'm sorry, I thought it got frozen again. All right. Welcome in from Louisiana. Welcome, welcome, welcome in from all over the world. You can rep your place right now while I'm pulling up this next link. I want you all to hear from the contributor to CNN, because we all right. I want you to hear from CNN because there is Joey Jackson, an attorney, which was talking about the extradition process. And some of the people were saying because of that, let me grab this link real quick. We are live right now. So bear with me as we get, Instagram is trying to get me to log in. Nope. What we're going to do is we're going to open it in a new browser over here and then go from there. All right. I know it's inconvenient when it's a little bit of a delay for me to get these links open, but please do remember, please don't expect CNN style production with an unpaid free YouTube budget. We bloggers ain't, come on now. Let's keep this all the way real. Let's keep this all the way real. All right, let's see if we can get
between the
this
U.S. and
larger.
Mexico?
Nope.
Do the two countries cooperate on cases like this?
Yes, they do, Jim. Good morning to you. So I think there's two ways this can play out. We know that Mexican authorities now are looking, and with regard to the arrest warrant for the extradition, that is to have the party or parties brought back to Mexico to be held accountable. And if they do that, I think what you'll see is the Department of Justice involved. We have an Office of International Affairs. We have a robust extradition proceeding, and we have actually a treaty with Mexico that's been in existence for some 45 years. And so there is cooperation. So on the one hand, you could see Mexico engage in the prosecution. On the other, we certainly have a statute in the United States that would provide for our government to be involved and the federal government to prosecute a foreign national, right? What happens is, just to be clear in terms of that statement, in the event that you go overseas and an American citizen is ultimately killed by another American citizen, there's a statute that could provide for the prosecution to take place in this country. So we'll see which way it plays out ultimately.
Given the timeline here, a number of weeks since this took place, I mean, the role of folks on the internet kind of keeping this story alive, etc.
I want you all to pay attention to what it is that he's saying. The role of the people on the internet keeping this story alive. It is we the people. It is you. Please don't ever underestimate the power of your voice. It is you sharing, commenting that brought this to CNN. They didn't want to report on this. When Gabby Petito was missing, they were back-to-back cycles, back-to-back. But Shanquella Robinson, over a month ago, was found dead. And it's taken up until now for this to get onto the televised air of CNN. They wrote an article the other day, which I reported on yesterday, but now we're on the air on CNN. And I think that this is important because we are making our voices be heard. But what I want us to do is I want us to make sure that the voices that we're being made heard is that we're putting the truth out there so that we can know what to do. Because if we're telling you, if we're saying a person has been arrested, then people are going to be like, phew, and then stand down. That doesn't help the family. It doesn't. Let's continue.
I mean, did Mexican authorities drop the ball in the initial stages of this? And could that affect the future of the investigation?
So it certainly could, because with any investigation and with any crime scene, you want to preserve it, right? At the end of the day, you have to know and understand that the evidence that you have is gathered appropriately, that the crime scene would not otherwise be contaminated, that the autopsy was done properly. And so, yes, there could be some challenges there. Having said that, with the FBI involved now, I'm sure that they'll undertake an investigation, which is quite significant. They will be working with Mexican authorities. They will be all over the area where it occurred to try to get answers. So no investigation is without flaws, Jim, but ultimately I think justice could be served here if the investigation to this point, knowing what they know, is done properly.
All right.
First,
so
how does the extradition process, or how would it
have.
work between the U.S. and Mexico? Do the two countries cooperate on cases like this?
Yes, they do, Jim. Good morning to you. So I think there's two ways this can play out. We know that Mexican authorities.
That is there, right? That is that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take a listen to the video that we heard yesterday with the other lawyer who was talking about the extradition process. Inside of the link of this video is also the verbiage of the extradition process and the extradition agreement. When I'm sorry, technology is acting crazy behind the scenes. Let me when this lawyer Joey Jackson was just talking, right? He was saying that for more than 40 years. So maybe he's talking about something that is different than the one from 1861, because according to the extradition treaty in 1861, it says nothing about prosecution in the United States. But he is saying that some 50 years ago, that there's some sort of statute that was created that when an American citizen kills another American citizen overseas, that it can be prosecuted here. So I have yet to see that verbiage, but so that is the most up-to-date information that I have on that. So let's take a listen to this lawyer who is, let's talking about.
Tonight, we're digging deeper into the Shanquella Robinson case, the Charlotte woman who died on a trip with friends in Mexico. Now, authorities there issued an arrest warrant for one of the people that was on that trip.
But it could take months or even years before anyone answers for her death. Channel 9 reporter Jonathan Lowe is live at the Charlotte FBI field office tonight. And Jonathan, you spoke with an expert about what's behind the wait.
That's right, Erica and Scott. Though agents here at the Charlotte Field branch of the FBI are investigating Shanquella Robinson's case, I spoke to a legal expert tonight who says bringing charges in Shanquella's death is solely up to prosecutors in the Mexican state of Baja California Sur. It's now been more than a month since 25-year-old Shanquella Robinson didn't make it home to Charlotte alive after a trip with friends to Mexico. Social media has fueled unending calls for justice as much as it has suspicion.
People need to understand that this is not going to be a quick process. The extradition process takes some time. There's going to have to be a level of patience, I think, with people who want justice quickly. And justice may not look like what we're used to.
Former Mecklenburg County judge and current criminal defense attorney Yolanda Trotman has been examining Shanquella's case on her own social media.
I really wanted to see what the Mexican government was going to do in terms of their investigation.
Mexican authorities issuing an arrest warrant for an American presumably on U.S. soil will be mandated by the U.S.-Mexico Extradition Treaty of 1861.
It goes Department of State, goes through that process, let's say it gets certified. Then it has to be transmitted to the U.S. attorney in the district where that person, that fugitive, that alleged fugitive may be.
Those hurdles a small example of the overall jurisdictional and investigative issues Trotman sees by having an American victim, a killing in Mexico, and potential witnesses and or suspects in the wind.
People have to understand, like, we have a common law system. Theirs is based on the Napoleonic Code system, which is very different. There's a presumption ultimately of guilt versus that of innocence that we're accustomed to here in the U.S.
What may move faster, she says, is the fact that the Federal Bureau of Investigation Charlotte branch is looking into Shanquella's death. What can the FBI do?
Very good question, because that's probably the primary question that I get most often.
When it comes to the people that went on the trip with Shanquella, Trotman says the FBI can investigate what they did before they left the U.S. and when they returned.
That's where you have possible accessory after the fact charges, if there were things done to conceal the crime, hide a person, lying to the police, obstruction. Text messages were exchanged clearly, that there's Google searches out there.
Now, another question that I asked her, what's next for the subject of that arrest warrant if they are in fact extradited back to Mexico? Well, Trotman says that that state does, or that country does not have pretrial release or any bonding out like we do here in the States. Mexico, she says, only has what's called mandatory pretrial detention, and it's written into their constitution. By the way, Mexican prisons have long been criticized for horrific human rights violations and being grossly overcrowded. Live outside of the Charlotte branch.
Yeah, so this is the information that we have right now. So now let's go over to North Carolina Beat, their page on Facebook. And we're going to take a look at a video that he has up on his page where he's interviewing somebody from or in Mexico, right? Here it is right here. Let me just make it larger.
All right. Hello, everybody. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. Give you all a couple of minutes to come in. My name is Gerald Jackson, and you are watching the North Carolina Beat. I am the founder. I am the CEO.
All right, let's
be translating.
All right, so this is the person who's going to be translating.
Between me and Mr. Zuniga, and she was so excited, and she was like, "Yes."
So let's first find out who Zuniga is.
I don't know who else he talked to, but he's talking to me tonight, and I have questions. I don't want to.
Hold on, let's go back a little.
With Gerardo Zuniga is live with the NC Beat, and I'm interviewing him, and I want you guys to know that. I understand there was another interview, but this is
Let's look up who Gerardo Zuniga is. Let's Google him to see who he is and why we should be listening to what he has to say. Gerardo Zuniga is who? Central Baptist College. Gerardo Zuniga. Interview with Gerardo Zuniga, Shanquella Robinson. Okay, so he's Metropole, Mexican Metropole. What is this? Interview with Gerardo Zuniga. I'm just clicking around right now. So we're doing our. You're not gonna have this on my screen. This is no. I'm sorry. This is no. They be putting too much foolishness here. Let me just get past this.
Hi everyone, I'm Li Guixia.
No. Okay, so this is not anything. So yes, bad link. Let's continue going forward, right? Gerardo Zuniga, he's apparently Metropole. Let's see. Control V. Gerardo Zuniga. Let's see. Let's type in the word Mexico so we can see who it is that. Okay, Gerardo Zuniga is. Who is he? Instituto Politécnico. Politécnico. I don't know. So why is it that we are talking to him? Professor Gerardo Zuniga, professor de Escuela de Nacional de Ciénegas. How is he related to the case? Okay, Gerardo Zuniga is a reporter. Mexican reporter. Okay. So that's who he is. He's an investigative reporter. So he's not, so that should just let us know right there, right? Okay. He's a reporter. So his information could let's see.
The North Carolina beat. Okay. This is Mr. Jackson. I want to introduce her to you all. She reached out to me and she told
Let's get back to when he first comes on.
That I'm going to call him by his last name because I don't want to get his first name, misconstrued because I'm still on the hood. All right.
Te va a llamar por tu apellido, no puede pronunciar bien tu primer nombre, así es que te va a decir por tu apellido.
No problem. All right. Awesome. Mr. Gerardo Zuniga, I'm going to try my best. He is an investigative journalist at metropolimets.com. He has been uncovering the corruption that's happening in this case.
Él quiere introducirte. Tú eres el periodista de Metropolimets y estás cubriendo la corrupción y estás cubriendo la investigación de Shanquella desde Cabo.
Es correcto, estamos trabajando en la investigación desde el día que nos tocó conocer el caso de Shanquella 19 días después de su homicidio.
He wants everyone to know that he has been covering the story since they realized what was going on, which was 19 days after the homicide of Shanquella.
Wow. Tell him I would personally like to thank him for coming on to the North Carolina
fast forward.
Que se está generando aquí en Baja California Sur, en Cabo, del caso Shanquella.
He wants to thank you very much for being able to have him, and he is covering from Cabo, Baja California Sur.
Wow. Thank you. Mr. Zuniga, can you tell us how long you've been doing investigative journalism? And
let me fast forward.
que el mundo se entere de lo que ocurrió en Cabo el 29 de octubre de este año.
And he's doing the same, covering the case for Shanquella, since this happened in October of 29. And he'll do the same to cover the case and be able to have the best journalism that he can for Shanquella.
Wow. Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Mrs. Zuniga, I know an hour ago you just broke news, having heard information from your sources that Daejanae Jackson, who the warrant was issued for in the murder of
All right. Constance is saying the United States and Mexico signed the extradition treaty on May 4th, 1978. Les, we can take a look at that because the information that I have is that there is one from 1861. So what is the difference between the two? We shall look that up. Yale University has the original verbiage of the treaty. We'll take a look at that. Oh, my gracious. I'm sorry. For the sake of the people who have who are hearing impaired, we need to make sure that our captions are doing well at the bottom of the screen. So we want to make sure that that is good. So let us make sure that they came off for a moment. So let us get that back up and running. So thank you to all of the people who are hearing impaired who do watch. I know that it's important for the captions to be there. And if you're not hearing impaired and you're upset by that little delay, I actually watched a video of a man trying to understand what's happening in video and also at drive-throughs when he's not able to place orders, etc. So for a little bit of an inconvenience for you, it makes a huge difference to somebody else's life who without the words on the bottom would not be able to even understand the video at all. So just be thankful for the blessings that you have. All right, let's continue going forward into seeing what we have here.
Shanquella Robinson by the Mexican authorities has been arrested. Can you tell us about that?
Más o menos hace como una hora fue cuando me di cuenta de que tenías noticias de última hora cubriendo el arresto de Daejanae Jackson bajo las autoridades de México, que tenía una orden de arresto previamente. ¿Nos puedes explicar respecto a esto?
Y claro, yo estaba trabajando en una reunión con Fiscalía y justamente me entero que anoche fue capturada Jackson, la responsable acusada del homicidio de Shanquella.
I was working in a meeting with a couple of my colleagues when I heard the news that Daejanae Jackson was arrested, which is the main aggressor in the homicide of Shanquella Jackson.
So he's claiming that Daejanae was arrested. So now I understand why people are saying that the North Carolina Beat has a person on there that's saying that she was arrested. According to WCNC here in the United States, the warrant that the Mexican government has issued for the arrest doesn't even have a name. It has a name, but it has not. The name has not been released publicly.
Wow. Wow.
You know what? Listen, somebody came to me and told me that this guy, Gerald Jackson, just got out of jail. That's what somebody just told me, right? And I was like, what? What are you talking about? When I looked it up, it was very true. He just got out of, I think he did a 1.5 year stint in prison for attempting to extort a person, a witness or something along that line. Though somebody told me that it was the legal team. I read it, but it was early in the morning when I read it. And when I read it, my jaw was dropped. You know, sometimes you see something and you're like, wait a damn minute. What? I was like, wait a minute, what? And then I read it and it said that he has a long history of arrests, right? I was talking to another vlogger about this NC Beat guy, And the vlogger I was talking to was like, oh, so what? It doesn't matter. Everybody has a past or whatnot. But I mentioned this because, you know, on my channel, we discuss self-love. And we would be remiss not to take all information into account. People can do good work, and he has done good work, but I want us to just remember that we got to take certain things with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? Let's take certain things with a grain of salt, right? So let's take so this is why it's important to verify, to look up, to search, and just continue to just kind of be vigilant. You know what I mean? Because we don't know. We don't know, and there's a lot of misinformation going around.
Wow. I did read his story, and I did notice that he said that she has been arrested in the United States. Can you tell us, Mr. Zuniga, what state she was arrested in here?
Leí la historia y dice que cubriste, si dices que fue arrestada en los Estados Unidos, ¿nos puedes decir en qué estado fue donde la arrestaron?
Esa información ahorita está en proceso, dado que eso ocurrió anoche. Tengo entendido que Interpol la tiene bajo custodia y están esperando hacer el tema oficial una vez que se complete la información del asunto de la extradición.
You
Para
know
dar a
something?
conocer.
This is a serious story, and Sister Phobia's over here making jokes. But you know what? You're joking me. You're joking me. But you're right. Anybody can go to Kinko's and get some things posted up on the back of their wall, and you know, listen. I like his background though. I'm gonna get me some official looking world blue maps and stuff behind me, and I'm gonna be like breaking. But anyway, listen. Latanya says, my question is, why is he telling different bloggers different stories? Did he wait? Wait. He told somebody else something different? What the F is going on? This is turning into a boondoggle.
De manera oficial su arresto por parte de las autoridades, tanto de México como de Estados Unidos.
He says that's still in process. He doesn't have the information just yet. He knows that the protocols through the Interpol is still ongoing, and so therefore he doesn't have all the information to be able to bring the news formally.
Okay. Tell him thank you so much, Mr. Zuniga, for that information.
Gracias, señor Zuniga, por la información.
Now, I want to get into this case. I have some questions, and I want to get into this case with some of the questions that I have. And Gabriella, if I go too fast or something, just stop me, because I know this is live. So
yes,
I want you to be able to effectively translate what I am asking to him. Mr. Zuniga, as someone who who does investigative journalism and expose corruption, why did you get involved in the death of Shanquella Robinson?
Como un periodista de investigación, él quiere saber por qué fue de que usted quiso tomar el caso de Shanquella Robinson, porque y no solamente periodista, pero también, ¿verdad? Cubre usted para exponer la corrupción en México, y él quiere saber por qué fue de que tomó usted el caso.
Bueno, el caso nosotros lo tomamos porque el crimen se cometió el día 29 de octubre y gobierno de Baja California Sur no había informado de que se había cometido un homicidio en Cabo. Entonces, nosotros decidimos, recibo yo información de un informante de la policía, donde me da datos de que habían asesinado a una extranjera, pero no me da mayores detalles. Únicamente me da su nombre, Shanquella Robinson, me dice. Búscala en redes sociales.
Okay, so what he had gotten information from an informant very close to the police department that there had been a homicide, and he didn't get all the details of it because the homicide had occurred on October 29th. So when he did give him information, he said he needed to find out um, the information, but he didn't quite give him all the information. He told him to go through social media and find out who she was. And that's how he started out with the case.
And that's how he started out with the case. So
that doesn't even answer the
Mrs.
question.
Zuniga, an informant reached out to you or told you that there was a homicide. And of course, they didn't give you all of the information. You had to go to social media to find out.
This is a damn boondoggle
individual that was murdered in this situation. Of course, we all know her around the world as Shanquella Robinson. So in the beginning, when you want to translate that?
This is too much. What is going on? What is happening? I'm going to fast forward through some of this. This is a 2-hour interview. So let me fast forward. I don't know what's happening personally.
Information was incongruous because it was a video that had been circulating where she had been seen getting beaten by the other person. Right. So that's the reason why he felt that he needed to, proceed with the case.
Right. Okay. That's okay. All right. So, Mrs. Inigo, on November 21st, you wrote an article about the Mexican police report and the Mexican officials who were in the villa with Shanquella. Other than the obvious contradictions between the police report.
I need to pause this right now. I'm sorry. We need to just do a little bit more research into quién es Gerardo Zuniga. Let's type that in. ¿Quién es Gerardo Zuniga? ¿Quién es? Let's see who he is. Let's take a look. All right. LinkedIn, Director of International Affairs. Okay, let's see. Gerardo Zuniga, Banco de Mexico, University of California, This cannot be. This can't be. No. It says University of California, Berkeley. No. Let's go back. Let's go back and see what the HE hockey sticks is going on here. Experiencia, 5 años, 2 meses. So that's 5 years, 2 months. This was 2018, right before the pandemic. He was at the Bank of Mexico. Then 2013, he was the executive director to the International Monetary Fund. This cannot be the same person. This has got to be a different person. Research economist from 2010. Professor externo in 2008. Research assistant in 1998 at World Bank. What's going on here? What's happening? ¿Qué está haciendo ahora? Yo necesito saber, porque no sé what the F is happening. So let's go a little further. Let's look back again, because surely this cannot be right. Let's see. Gerardo Zuniga. Here we go. Twitter. So this is him. Experimentado periodista mexicano con una historia probado en medios de comunicación nacionales and internationales. So what this is saying, what does experimentado mean? That sounds like experiment. Please tell me. Wait, an hour ago he was typing in English. I can't. What? What is happening? An hour ago he was typing in English. It says, why do both the Mexican and American authorities keeping silence over the arrest of the prime suspect of Shanquella Robinson case? We will be discussing this for you today. So he has a YouTube channel? Whose channel is this? I don't want anybody's thing to just pop up on my page because some people are controversial. So let me just open this up real quick and see who he did this with. What the hell? So this is about to go live on the lead attorney's page. Look, this is the countdown. In 2 minutes, this is going to go live. I don't know what's going on. Okay. So let's go back to the Twitter. We got 2 minutes before that starts up. ¿Qué dijo su mamá que siempre no? So he's talking about some football, something or another. Then he has up on his page, arrested, breaking. This is November 29th, right? And then he has the guy we were just watching. And then he has this breaking news. Don't miss the latest news about Shanquella Robinson. This has 127 views. So how many followers does he have? 7,000 tweets. How many followers does he have? He has 1,000 followers. So this is a person who puts something up on his page. It gets 127 views. He's supposedly some big investigative journalist, but right before the pandemic, he was working at a bank. Maybe he found his passion. I don't know. But I'm trying to figure out how he became an authority on this. Oh my gosh. So what was he typing? What was he talking about before Shanquella Robinson? November 7th, November 6th, October 31st, October 29th, when she was killed. There's nothing on his page about Shanquella Robinson until when? This is November 10th, November 10th, November 13th, November 14th, November 14th, November 16th. Here, the very first tweet that he put up about Shanquella was November 16th. And he says, sigue escondiendo la información a la sociedad por órdenes del gobierno Víctor Castro. No quiere que nadie sepa o se entere del grave problema de la inseguridad que estamos padeciendo en esta administración. So what is he talking about here? Metropol MX. I'm going to open that up. We're waiting for these people to go live over here. It looks like 9:05 is upon us, so he's a little bit late. So we have a few more minutes. Oh my gosh. Here, let's see. Asesinan al golpes a joven extranjera en Puerto Los Cabos. All right. So they're talking about, I know golpes are blows. Joven is a young person. Extranjera is a foreigner. Puerto Los Cabos is a city. So then here is the article. They're talking about, I'll put this up on the page and scroll down for you for anybody who wants to take the time to see what page this is on. This is on metropolmx.com. And so you can read that. You can pause it, put it inside your translator. I speak Spanish, but only at an intermediate level. I can't understand, I can't understand base and past an intermediate level. So we are still waiting here for this to start. It hasn't started yet. It's late, right? I know that this person is quite problematic. He has had some terrible, terrible messaging about women and all this other stuff. So, but we're here we're looking up Gerardo, and this hasn't started. Let me refresh and see what's going on. It still hasn't started yet. So this is Interpol. Let's see. San José del Cabo, Bajo California Sur, una joven extranjera de 25 años de edad. It's saying that a young lady at the age, in 25 years of age, fue cruelmente asesinado, cruelly assassinated a punto del golpe. So punta del golpe is, I guess, a whole bunch of blows, a point of blows, dentro de una lujosa habitación en el exclusivo, this is Cabo Villas, Puerto Los Cabos. El crimen del Shanquella Robinson, Brenda. Who is Brenda? Oh, God. Según un video obtenido, oh, my Lord. So while we could, I just don't know what to do or say. I honestly don't know what to do or say. He's claiming that, so this guy who didn't start even looking into this until November 16th, right? Who didn't start posting about this till November 16th. And Patriot, if you're lost, I'm lost too. We're basically trying to figure out what the HE double hockey sticks is going on. This man is maintaining that there has been arrest and that the American government and the Mexican government are hiding it. Come on. Like, why would they need to hide it if there's been an arrest? I'm refreshing to try to, this was supposed to start at 9:05. Well, we got some apples that have come in. I'm going to check the cash apples in just a moment. It looks like Joy sent 555 for support. So thank you. I appreciate that. If you want to send cash apps through and support the show, the link is in the description. It's the cash app is $ Tonya TKO. All right. So we're all lost. We can go back to some of this until he starts broadcasting live. We'll go back to this interview here. Take everything that you're hearing in this interview with a grain of salt. We do not know who Zuniga is. We do not know how closely he was working at a bank before the pandemic. We don't know what he's been doing. We can scroll through his page. He looks like he's been posting about a lot of sports stuff for the past few months.
And the autopsy, and other than
so now he's talking about autopsies, but he was just posting about sports, working at a bank. Now he's up in autopsies and he's calling himself an investigative journalist.
Dice que el reporte que usted había hecho en el 21 de noviembre indicando que el reporte de la policía y el certificado de función no estaba coincidiendo con la información que tenía. Go ahead.
So other than,
y aparte de lo obvio, ¿verdad? Go ahead.
Okay. So other than the obvious contradictions from the police report and the autopsy and what his informant had informed him, and him stating in his article that they all lied, what other information other than that told you that these officials were lying?
Aparte de la información obvia, ¿verdad? De que el reporte no coincidía, la autopsia, el reporte de policía, ¿qué otra información tenía usted, verdad? Sabiendo, para comprobar que estaban...
That's coming from the video. I don't know what is going on. Somebody done dropped some pop top or something. This is a brouhaha.
Nosotros corroboramos con algunos agentes de investigación implicados en el caso que estaban investigando y logramos obtener alguna información que pudimos ver que la policía y la doctora que entrevistaron, que sale en el reporte, habían mentido. Uno,
Okay, so
Bueno.
we were collaborating with a couple. I mean, with the investigators who were in charge of the case and had collaborated the facts that the doctor, not only the police, but the doctor had lied. Um, luego.
Primero,
Oh, somebody is saying that you have to be a paid subscriber to see the interview? Hold on. It says waiting for the lead attorney. It doesn't say that it's playing privately. It says waiting. This is so disturbing. This is like a feast-a-palooza. Oh, Brenda's her middle name? Okay, got you. Thank you. This is like he's advertising to call in and speak with him. Somebody is saying, aquí estamos, we're here. What is it with all of the anger today, some of you? This man was one of the only people to help break this case. You were so ignorant. Clear these false reports up. Where's the news conference? I'm just reading the comments that are coming up on the side of the video right here. I'm fatigued. Hey y'all, I'm still confused about this arrest. Was there an arrest or not? Let's see. Let's hear the truth. All right. I honestly, this guy is saying that, so this guy who people are trusting, he's saying that there were lies in the death report.
Cuando llega la doctora, Shanquella Robinson ya había fallecido.
First, when the doctor had gotten there, Shanquella Robinson had already passed away.
Ella tenía de 7 de la mañana a 12 del día. En ese lapso ella había fallecido.
So what he gathered was from 7 a.m. in the morning to 12 p.m. During that time, Shanquella had already passed away.
So now he's saying, where is he getting that information from? What did the autopsy say? What information is he using to contradict the autopsy that said that she died within 15 minutes of her injury at 3:15? Now he's saying sometime between 7 and what did he say? 7 and 2? Hold on. I'm not even going back.
So let me ask him. Oh, go ahead, Mr. Zuniga.
Siga.
Segundo, cuando la doctora llega casi a las 3 de la tarde, o sea, ya tenía mucho tiempo. Incluso la persona que encuentra a Shanquella Robinson tirada en el piso de su habitación es una persona de servicio. Y en su testimonio ella dice que encontró un cuerpo inerte, duro, que ya tenía tiempo.
What is inerte? Is that inert?
Okay, so secondly,
not moving?
What happened was that when the doctor had come in, it was after 3 o'clock. Therefore, Shanquella had passed away a while already, and she was discovered by a service worker. And when they had discovered the body, her report was that the body was already had been dead for a while because it was going through the process of becoming hard already.
Oh, now
a body doesn't become hard within a few hours. How long does it take for a body to become hard? See, this is what I'm saying. Is this responsible reporting? Let me Google. How long does it take for rigor mortis? All right. Rigor mortis appears approximately 2 hours after death in the muscles of the face. Progress to the limbs over the next few hours. completing between 6 to 8 hours after death. Rigor mortis then stays for another 12 hours till 24 hours after death and then disappears. Oh, okay. Okay, so someone is saying he's live now. So let's
And
go and
Gerardo,
refresh.
is going to come up as well, and he's going to talk to y'all. He should be coming up momentarily, well, in the back. But before he comes up, I want to talk to you guys.
What do you want to talk about?
You know, because
now, mind you, this person right here, I hear, is very problematic and has done things on YouTube that could have gotten that should have his law license, unscrupulous things that should have his law license taken away. This is what I've heard. I do not know this person. I do not support this person. And him appearing on my page right now is not a form of support.
I get it. It's a lot of stuff going on.
Let me fast forward. It looks like there's, and still
went down to Los Cabos.
There's no Geraldo on this channel yet. We'll come back. We'll come back. We'll come back. One of the things that people do to lend credence to what it is that they are doing is they dress in suits. They post up images of their degrees and stuff like that, and it's supposed to lend credence and authenticity. But who knows what the H is going on? There's a lot of craziness happening all over the place. So I ain't vouching for nobody. I don't know nobody out here in these streets.
When he talks about the service worker, or is he saying like the maid?
Cuando dice una persona de servicio, ¿se está refiriendo a unas de las criadas?
Es persona de servicio que hace la limpieza, es la que hace el hallazgo del cuerpo de Shanquella y hace el reporte.
So the service worker would be considered the person that came in to clean the room, and that's who had found Shanquella's body and made the report.
Now, Mr. Zuniga, because this is some of the questions that I have, or later on down, he's already answering them. So I'm gonna be all over the place. So, Mr. Zuniga, do you know where exactly Shanquella was found when the service worker came inside the room or inside the villa?
Primero dice que inicialmente tenía una lista de preguntas.
How would he know? He wasn't there.
La entrevista, él está contestando, entonces dice que va a estar por donde quiera, ¿verdad? Pero
and he's smiling.
Quería saber que si usted sabe dónde fue donde encontró esa persona de servicio, dónde fue donde encontraron el cuerpo de Shanquella.
Shanquella estaba en el lugar donde cayó sentada, ahí quedó su cuerpo.
He says the body was found the same position where she fell, which was sitting down. That's exactly how they found the body. That's where
Where is he getting that information from? Wow. Wow. So you all think that people are paying him to come on their channel? I should reach out to him and see if I can interview him and see how much he's charging, because I can imagine. Oh my gosh, this is something else. Let's see what we see on this channel and see whether or not this person has come up yet. Let's fast forward. So no Geraldo yet.
Go unreported. Where is this person? Who knows? In a well, in a ditch? Who knows? I can't talk to you about it. Why not?
His whether or not this man likes penis is unimportant to the story. Let us know, how is that relevant? Oh my gosh.
They found her.
Okay.
Importante que sepan que cuando Shanquella es atacada, las personas que están involucradas 3 salen de la habitación y la dejan ahí.
So from what he gathered was that there was 3 people that were attacked, and what he wants you to know and keep in mind was that they noted that it was 3 people, and they noticed that three people were seen walking out of the bedroom.
Okay. Okay. So, Mrs. Zuniga, my question is,
According to who? Where is he getting this information from? Oh my gosh. He's not talking about what did he read? What did he see? Who did he talk to? Did he talk to the service provider? Cuz they were like, "Oh, it was was it a maid?" And he was like, "A service person, so somebody like a maid, a person who's a service person." So where's he getting this information from? I don't even think it's responsible to play any much more of this, but I just want you all to take this all with a grain of salt. This is why when people are like, "Oh, certain things don't matter," certain things do matter.
so
Everything
I had
matters.
the opportunity to read over the death certificate. The video that we saw is Daejanae Jackson assaulting Shanquella. But the death certificate stated that she was found inside, well, she was pronounced dead in the living room. She was in the living room when they found her. So
Okay, hold on a
go
minute.
ahead, sorry. Go ahead.
Quiere él que usted sepa que él tiene la copia del acta de difunción y la observó, la examinó, y dice que el video que estamos viendo, que hemos visto de Daejanae atacando a Shanquella, la acta de difunción dice que ella falleció, ¿verdad? Después de que la habían atacado.
Falleció.
Okay, go ahead.
So did they drag her from upstairs or downstairs?
How would he know? How would he know? How would he know? This is sensationalized. God, how would he know? What is his training in crime scene analyzation? Where was he on the crime scene? He didn't even post about this until November 16th. That's almost 3 weeks. October 29th, that's 17 days. No, 18 days. 30 days has September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31. So from the 29th, you have 30th, 31st, then 16 days more. 18 days later was the first time that he posted about this on his Twitter page. How would he know what happened, how the body got, where is he getting his information from? So all it takes, so let there be a crime, let a Mexican person get killed in the United States. And then all I got to do is just call up Mexican vloggers and be like, yeah, let me tell you, I'm an investigative journalist. And then just go from show to show? Where is he getting this information? Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. Let me read my apples and get the hell out of here. Let me just read my Cash App and get out of here. This is just so troubling. Joy sends $5.55 and says, for support, heart, heart, heart. Thank you, Joy. If you want to send a Cash App, which is read on air, the link is in the description. It's $sign Tonya TKO, like you see going across the screen. It is a verified page, so you know that you're sending it to the right place. And Cash Apps go to support the show, to sponsor the show. So thank you. I appreciate everyone who contributes. And if you send it while I'm off air, I'll just get it and I'll respond back to you off air. But yeah, so I'm confused by all of this. Let's go back to this YouTube attorney's page. So I'm on. So the man is not here. Still, he's not there on the man's page. Still, come on. This is. I'm fatigued. I'm tired. So let me just tell you all. According to official sources here in the United States, no one has been arrested. According to a self-proclaimed investigative journalist with contradicting information on his LinkedIn page, he claims an arrest was made and that they're hiding it. This is what he claims. He's purporting information about a crime scene that he was not present on. He's claiming that there are lies on reports, and he's not qualifying what is making him feel that these are lies. He's an investigative journalist. What is it that he has investigated besides his word? Oh my gosh, I just don't know. I just don't know. And I didn't even want to come out and broadcast today, but I wanted to clarify yesterday's video. I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. And I'm refreshing on this guy's page still. This was supposed to start at 9:05. 20 minutes later, no guest is there.
Continues talking to people.
And he's just, I cannot stand. You know how, listen, you know how some people, they just gyrate against your spirit? Derek Jackson was one of those people that gyrated against my spirit. This guy is also one of those people that gyrate against my spirit. I don't know why, because I don't know him. I don't know anything about all of this, but this person gyrates against my spirit. I gotta get this. I need to close this whole page. You all do what it is that you feel is right for you. I'm going to do what I feel is right for me, right? And what I feel is right for me is to pay attention to the official sources in the United States that have no mugshot, no images of her being arrested, no name on an arrest warrant, no facility in which she is being held. This is the United States. This is not Mexico, right? Our records are public. Where is the arrest? It's like you can't just say, "Oh, why are they hiding the arrest?" What conspiracy is this? They want to bring this person to justice. Or they don't even care. It's not like this is some political prisoner. This is a person from a friend trip gone wrong, horribly wrong. This is not Epstein and somebody with ties to the government. This is none of that. Oh my gosh. I'm irritated. I wish I had a punching bag. I'd just like to just start punching it. I'm irritated right now. I'm irritated because this family deserves justice. And while people are saying things that's not true, while people are asking questions that a person has no authority to answer, it makes it that much more difficult. Let me see what your comments are here. Come talk to me. I need energies. I need energies. Come, let me feel some energies here, because this is a lot. This is a lot. Come. Hashtag pay attention. I don't think they really care about a Black American woman passing away in their country. I think they see it as a money grab and protection of tourism. In his convo with the police, they asked why there wasn't any inquiry about the case, and his response was he knew nothing about it. Who? You're talking about Gerardo? Sneaky, geeky, freaky scandal going on. Oh my gosh. He's Mexican, so Black people listen to anyone close to white. Listen. What is that? Is that an acorn? His acorn head irks me. So they just interview anyone? Gyrate? No, great. I don't know about gyrate, but great. I hope I didn't say gyrate. We are not walking away from this story. Pimp somebody else. He ain't right, sis. You got his vibe. People lying about this case pisses me off. Imagine if it was your child. Exactly. Imagine if it was even your friend or somebody that you know. Like, come on. Like, what are people gaining from saying things that are not true? It's like, okay, let me tell you, these sites do not pay that much. Not to be lying to get a few 100,000 views. It doesn't pay that much for a few 100,000 views. Like, if you want to make money on these websites, you got to be getting millions of views. Or just have a video with a whole bunch of ads every 5 minutes, every 2 minutes inside of it. Oh my gosh. It's like, why? Why say that you have information that you don't have? God, how does this doesn't help? All right. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. Let me see what your self-love lessons is from tonight's broadcast. To me, the self-love lesson for me and from tonight's broadcast is to, when you're watching things online, realize that from 2008, listen, I've been a content creator since 2007. That's when I made my first video. In 2008, they started paying people to make videos. YouTube was pure before they started paying people. Once they started paying people, it corrupted the industry. This is when corporations started getting in on it. This is when people started making fake reality shows and fake, and then the prank industry took over. And then now we got Vlogapalooza, where it's just a free for all, where people are pretending as if they have more access than they actually have. They don't give a damn. They'll put anybody up and be like, here, let me see if I could, here. They'll be like, breaking news, meet me tonight. We have exclusively the lover of the accused. And you're like, here we go. Live on air. Make sure you get those subscriptions up. Only subscribed people can comment. Get those donations in if you want to see the guest on. Then, okay, come on. I need to hit at least 200 before I put the guest on. Come on now. Come on. I'm going to turn off this broadcast if you don't get this money up. And then they're like, okay, now we made a certain amount of money. Here. Exclusive. Right from my studio with the green screen behind me. Dum, dum, dum. Hi. I'm the lover right there. Really? How? What? Tell us what happened behind the scenes. Well, you know they lied to us. It's a conspiracy. I swear it is. Then they're like, oh, really? Then people in the comments are like, that's cap. I don't know that person. Here. Then they go, oh, what are you talking about? This is my cousin. I said, that's my cousin. Really? Oh, get them donations up. If you, come on. Then the thing goes off air and they're like, no, now this is the real person. They're like, oh, she would body slam. They're like, yeah, there's another video about to come out real soon. They say, oh, the person bodies, it was jealousy, I tell you. They was conspiring. This was premeditation. And then they're like, oh. And then they like, hey, I gave you that interview. Now, where's my money? Then you're like, oh, well, here's a little something for you. Come on. Meanwhile, what? Nothing. I told you everything I knew. But what qualified you to be able to say this in the first place? I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. What is qualifying these people to come up? Well, how are they vetting these people? How do you know that this person who has no face on the camera is who it is that they say they are? I don't need to show my face. The police is after me. But if we can't see your face and can't verify, how do we know who you are? Because I said it. I sent you an email and I said it. I said it. I know, but who are you? Who else is vouching for you? It's like people are acting like these vloggers are at reputable organizations in which somebody can face repercussions if misinformation is put out. But I said the information is correct. Come on, get out of here with this. It's unbelievable. I'm getting out of here. This was just I'm sincerely disappointed. I'm sincerely disappointed. There's a bit of a delay by 2 minutes, so you all are just now seeing the sock puppet. Listen. Listen. I'm gonna get out of here because this is just too much. Exactly. Yes. Listen. I appreciate all of you. Listen, go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And one of my self-love lesson. What is your self-love lesson from today's video? I want to see. What's your self-love lesson? You all, it's still, there's a little bit of a delay. So I'll let you all catch up. I'm gonna get out of here. And I will, yes, SLL, vet your sources. Absolutely. But not just that, as a viewer, what is your self-love lesson from today's video? My self-love lesson is to ask questions, stay curious. It's like, this is irresponsible reporting. Somebody said I looked away for a second and there's a sock puppet. Somebody is saying that there's a person named Terrence who wants my attention. Let's see. Who is Terrence that wants my attention? There's a long delay. It's a 2-minute delay from when we got bumped offline. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Somebody is saying there's a person that's an incel, Terrence. And Terrence is saying, this woman just posting for views and likes stick to gender war propaganda. Yeah, he does sound like he needs some attention. Anyway, listen, big hugs to you, Terrence. I hope you find what it is that you're looking for out there. I hope that you do the internal work and learn to love yourself so that you can put yourself out there and attract healthy love for yourself. Listen. Somebody's asking what is the lead attorney's name. You know what? I don't think he publicized his real name. But look, I ain't pushing no views for nobody, especially nobody that irritates my soul. You know? Oh, please don't you rock my boat, 'cause I don't want my boat to be rocked. Telling you that oh, I like it like this. So leave my space like this. Telling you that oh, I like it like this. I like it like this. Satisfy my soul. Anyway, I will see you all. I'll see you all in the next video. I'm out of here. Tonya TKO, and I'm out. I'll see you all.